Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with the second most voted out of the lore video, polls or whatever. So we have the lore of Fate Grand Order SE.RA.PH, right? And I'm guessing, yeah, it seems like they're acronyms or whatever, right? Yeah, the SE.RA and then PH, right? So I mean, yeah, it says Seraph or whatever, however you say it, right? But yeah, it seems like, yeah, it's in acronyms or whatever. So yeah, it means specific things, right? But yeah, basically, yeah, the second most voted. So yeah, I don't know about the next one, but yeah, I'll try and do another poll next time, right? And I might not do the second most voted next time, right? I just did this one just so, yeah, the guys or you guys who wanted to actually, see this one as well, right? I just might as well do it. Oh yeah, one more thing too. I'm only gonna do like 15 minutes of this. It's 30 minutes in total. And that's just because, yeah, I don't have the time today, right? So yeah, I have to do like a part 1 and part 2 for this one, right? So yeah, I'm gonna do 15 minutes, for this video, and then 15 minutes the other, right? But that video, yeah, that'll just come out like Saturday or Sunday, right? Because I don't gotta do Demon Slayer no more, right? So yeah, I got the extra time, right? So yeah, I should be able to actually probably, yeah, do more lore videos as well, maybe. I don't know, because yeah, I think I'm gonna just do Sundays for Attack on Titan, because yeah, I know I'm doing 2 episodes per week, but yeah, I might be able to do like 3, right? 3 or 4. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I don't got much else to say, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get this reaction started.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like S and D. Cartier glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. Dai here.
Yep,
It's time to
okay,
continue
yep, here we
our lore
go.
of Fate Grand Order, progressing
Okay.
through the sub-arc Epic of Remnant. While released as an event rather than a standalone chapter, today's pseudo-singularity, Seraph Deep Sea Cyber Nirvana, nonetheless involves a demon god and is totally worthy of its own video. In fact, it's one of the most convoluted sections of the entire game, and I hope to explain it in a way that lets you see just how epic it really is.
Okay, yeah.
Last we left
And
off,
actually,
we had
yeah,
defeated
this
Demon
kind of
God
interested
Ball,
me
who
as
is
well.
the
I didn't
machine
see
to
everything,
singularity.
right, like looking at the
Sherlock
video,
informed us
but
about the presence of more escaped
yeah, I
demon
looked up a
gods,
little bit
but
of
before we can
Seraph,
track
and
any of them
yeah, it
down,
kind of
we
interested me
encounter a
too,
much
so
bigger problem.
yeah,
Started when the
okay.
demon god
Yeah,
SE.RA.PH,
definitely a
like
big
the other
problem
surviving
there.
pillars, took refuge in a point in space-time to lie dormant and continue Getia's legacy in their own way. He chose to visit Chaldea's Seraphix oil rig and hide away inside one of the facility's staff. The victim, or perhaps benefactor, of Zeppar's possession happens to be Kiara Seshioin. In this timeline, she's a humble therapist for her coworkers, which is
okay,
useful
so
since
Kiara-
Seraphix isn't exactly the most ethical place. At the start of this video series, I mentioned that Chaldea went through many different master candidates in order to obtain someone like Mashu, who was capable of summoning a servant into her own body.
Yep.
The failures of this endeavor were sent to Seraphix, effectively swept under the rug. So clearly this place is much darker than a mere oil rig.
Tamamo
Despite
Cat.
supplying Chaldea with
Okay.
resources,
I don't know. I think I've probably seen her before. If I see her animated, then yeah, I'll know.
By possessing Kiara, Zeppar avoided Chaldea's detection, and through her, he aimed to take control of the facility. That's interesting, alright, but surely fans of Fate Extra CCC will find this suspicious. If you play that game, you'll know Kiara is a demon sex obsessed cult leader.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, yeah, that's what the Earth did to her. Bro.
Lived in a completely different
Okay.
manner, never amounting to such a threat. Even so, Zeppar
And
had
also,
the
hold
ability
on,
to
what-
observe parallel worlds, and while looking into them, he witnessed a
Okay.
version of Kiara
Wait,
who
so
more
is
closely
this
matches our
the
expectation of her.
same?
For this to make
No,
any
that's not the
sense,
mobile
you'll
game,
have to be
right? Of
familiar
Fate Grand
with what
Order.
happens in
So
Fate Extra CCC,
okay.
which
Oh
is
no.
itself one of the most complicated
Is that what
parts
it
of this
is?
entire
Fate
franchise.
Extra?
I have a video entirely dedicated to this
Or, oh
obscure
no,
game,
just the lore.
covering what happens in
Okay.
the story, but for the
Yeah,
sake
that
of
look
this
a different
video,
game
I'll do
though,
my
right
best
there.
to give you the Cliff Notes version. Basically, Fate Extra takes place in an alternate timeline, a parallel world where instead of masters competing in the Grail War to reach the root, the planet's mana is actually depleted, leaving mages with no faith in the physical world.
Oh yeah,
Instead,
Fate Extra.
they
Okay,
seek
yeah, I
shelter
see
in the
it.
Moon Cell, a mysterious
Yeah, because I do remember
on the moon.
seeing some
By hacking
characters
into the
from
Moon
there.
Cell, mages can live in its
So,
virtual
oh,
environment
my boy
of Seraph,
Iskandar.
and it's
Okay.
within Seraph that they fight in the Moon Cell Holy Grail War, competing to access the Moon Cell's core. After all, controlling the Moon Cell's core was a power pretty much equal to that of a Holy Grail. In the game, our protagonist Hakuno was a human who had been put into cryosleep until a cure for their illness could be found. When the Moon Cell built its virtual Grail War, it grabbed Hakuno's consciousness and duplicated it as an AI to serve as an NPC, or non-player character. Same thing goes for Sakura Mato, an AI put in charge as the school's nurse.
Okay.
In the original Extra game, Hakuno as an AI wound up gaining their own consciousness and joined the Grail War completely unaware that they're just an AI. CCC is basically an alternate plot route to that game, with things getting out of hand thanks to the Kiara we know and love. In that timeline,
so yeah,
Kiara
that's
was
what
heir to
Fate
the Shingon
Extra is.
Tachikawa Eiten
Okay.
School, a Buddhist sect that viewed sex as the source of all
Yeah, I was
creation.
thinking about looking at
By
Fate Extra
engaging
too,
in
right?
fornication,
Because
one could reach enlightenment
yeah, there's
by
even
being one with
others
the entire
that
cosmos.
I was thinking about looking
No
at,
joke, this is an
right?
actual thing. It's
But
only fictional in that
yeah, I don't know if I'm
taking
gonna look
over
at
as the
all of
school's
the
head,
others, right? Like
reformed and
spin-offs.
expanded its practice through the internet. When she became the school's prophet, she placed herself at the center of her followers' worship. Despite the purpose of this cult,
So, yeah,
being
I remember
to
who
help
that
humanity
is.
reach
Yep,
enlightenment for
definitely.
love, Kiara proved to only be capable of loving herself. She basked in the pleasure of being worshipped, and any quote-unquote love she shared with her followers was twisted, meant to make them even more dependent on her. This didn't end well. The cult, completely obsessed with Kiara, wound up committing mass suicide. Nonetheless, she continued to pursue her pleasure by joining the Moon Cell Grail War, hoping to reach even greater heights. While in Seraph, she contacted Sakura Mato.
Yeah, that's
and awakened her to
definitely a
love
different
for
game.
Hakuno.
Okay, because yeah,
This
I do.
caused Sakura to
I don't
also
think
become
that's the
self-aware,
Fate Granddaughter
and
I
she
know
realized
on
that both
mobile.
herself and Hakuno were in danger of being deleted by the Moon Cell as anomalies. Her desire to save Hakuno resulted in the creation of BB, a repressed side of Sakura that decides to take control of the Moon Cell for the sake of her love. She's a surprisingly powerful AI. As a school nurse, she was initially tasked with monitoring the psychological well-being of the war's participants, and BB can use this power for her own purposes uninhibited. To assist in protecting Hakuno, BB created
Yeah,
alter egos
for
of
real, the
herself,
one on the
using aspects
right?
of her personality with
Okay,
various
literally
goddesses,
covered
resulting
up
in
by
servants like
two little
Melchor's and
straps.
Passionlip. There are
Okay.
others, and since they don't
Yo.
show up in this singularity, I'll leave them out for now. Let's start with Melchorless. She was born from Sakura's pleasure. As a servant,
Oh, he said-
she is a
oh,
composite deity
Metroless,
made
he
from the
said?
Greek goddess
Okay.
Artemis, Leviathan from the Old Testament, and the Hindu goddess Sarasvati.
Okay, because yeah, I do
Her main
remember
power
seeing
comes
her
from corrosive
too.
nectar that drains her opponent's strength, and her techniques are all based around ballet dancing. She is generally unfeeling, and the pleasure she derived from Sakura came through basking in human suffering. Passionlip, on the other hand,
Yeah,
was
look
born
at
from
those
Sakura's love and
shoes.
hate.
Okay.
She consists of the Hindu goddesses Parvati, Durga, and the Scandinavian Valkyrie Brynhildr. She's very much a tragic figure, unable to perceive the actual size of her giant hands. Thus, while she wants to touch and
Oh,
interact
so
with the world,
oh,
her
okay,
hands
those
only
are
bring
hands. I
destruction.
thought
Specifically,
was some.
her
I didn't even
combat
know what that
technique is
was
called
really.
Trash and Crush. It allows her to compress digital information within Seraph into tiny cubes via the compactor within her chest. While Melt could be thought of as a sadist, Lip is quite the opposite. Her body is incredibly sensitive and has a masochistic tendency to encourage being abused. Throughout the game, BB and Kiara were enemies. Kiara agreed not to interfere with BB as she tried to shelter Hakuno in the Moon Cell's far side, but by the end of the game, Kiara made her move, absorbing
Bro,
Sakura,
okay.
BB, Passionlip, and
Yeah, we're just
Melchorless,
seeing this
taking over the
again.
Moon Cell, and using her servant Hans Christian Andersen to transform herself into a demonic presence known as Heaven's Hole. I think you can guess what hole that refers to.
Yeah.
She tried to become one with the
After-
planet,
after looking at-
but in the game's
yeah.
true end, Hakuno managed to defeat her.
After looking at this.
Again, SE.RA.PH witnessed this super powerful Kiara who had taken control of Seraph, and thought that he could use her power to manifest Seraph into his world. Thus, he linked the relatively harmless Kiara he was possessing in our timeline with that of CCC.
Oh, to the land of purity. Okay.
This allowed SE.RA.PH to digitize Seraphix into the virtual space of Seraph, which took the form of Kiara's
Wait, so
feminine
are those
body.
actual
I guess you
locations?
could call that a
Okay.
win, but Kiara wound up being too much for SE.RA.PH to handle. You see, while Zepar was able to see Kiara's journey in CCC, she was able to see his memories, specifically those of Solomon's Temple of Time. She watched as countless heroic spirits fought to defeat a genuine demon god, a beast of humanity, and decided that she wanted to experience the same thing. Essentially, she wanted to become a god, to continue to bask in the pleasure of being worshipped, feared, hated, whatever emotions could be directed her way. Specifically, she too wanted to become a beast of humanity like Tiamat and Getia. To accomplish this, Kiara began manipulating the digitized staff of SE.RA.PH, corrupting the men with her womanly charm. Through this, Zepar learned of carnal human pleasure and became addicted to it. Before long, it was Kiara who held total control over him. Just like in CCC, the SE.RA.PH staff formed a cult around Kiara, and that complete obsession caused much of the survivors to kill each other in fits of madness. Eventually, she gained access to the Oil Rigs Planetarium, a vault of sorts for Chaldea's failed experiments. There, she found 128 failed master candidates
128, okay.
In the extra universe, Seraph was powered by the moon cell, but without that in our world, she had to resort to different measures. She had the master candidates remain sealed in their coffins, while she had them summon waves of heroic spirits. These servants would fight each other to the death under the pretense of a Grail War, and their excess mana would power Seraph. This killed the poor masters, and yet their corpses could still be used to keep summoning servants more and more. Kiara once again basked in the attention she got from servants trying to kill her, and used this chaotic Grail War to develop into a beast of humanity. She repeated this process many times, keeping SE.RA.PH hidden from Chaldea in the year 2030. To protect Seraph and maintain the Grail War, Kiara salvaged the BB, Passion Lip, and Meltrilis she had absorbed in CCC, recruiting them to be her sentinels, servants who were subjugated to her will via her essence, Karmaphage. Even so, Passion Lip and Meltrilis refused
okay,
to
yeah, that's how you say your
Kiara,
name.
and as such,
Alright, spell it.
Lip was fitted with restraints that forced her to obey, and Melt was
Oh,
scrapped,
Passion
essentially
Lip,
left for
okay.
dead. By this point, the Moon Cell realized the kind of chaos Kiara was causing in another world, and dispatched a backup of BB to try and stop her. This backup made an agreement with the one Kiara salvaged, an agreement to take down Kiara together, and so the backup took over the role of managing the Grail War, while the other one went dormant. Sadly, despite wanting to eliminate Kiara, BB was still bound by her order to facilitate the Grail War, thus she could only plan her assault in secret, while Kiara continued to summon more servants each time she ran out. The thing about BB is that she has a twisted personality. She generally has the right intentions, and tries to do the right thing for the people she loves, but goes about it in troublesome ways. She doesn't mind playing the bad guy if she thinks it's in someone's best interest.
So,
in that regard, she's
doing
like
the
villain who's
right
always on your
stuff,
side.
but just in a
You'll wind up
bad
having to
way.
oppose her, but
Like, yeah, how
oftentimes it's
she's
for
not
your own
supposed to
good.
be doing it,
Trust me,
right?
you'll get used to it. Of course, this Grail War was only a means to an end. While Kiara began to grow into a beast of humanity, she was still bound to Seraph, a virtual space. In order to truly wreak havoc upon the world, she would need to escape that shell. The SE.RA.PH's oil rig was located above the Mariana Trench, the deepest ocean trench on Earth. And Kiara figured she could use this to sink SE.RA.PH all the way down to the planet's core, digitizing the Earth's layers along the way. There, she could become one with the planet, and truly be born as a beast. So, yet again, Kiara wants to screw the planet, if her noble phantasm didn't already make that abundantly clear.
Oh, okay, so yeah, got some voice acting here. Okay. Oh, and like, okay, and like what, literally sealed them up, okay.
Chaldea gets involved when they receive a distress call from SE.RA.PH. The staff there are screaming about becoming digitized, and the signal goes blank. At this point, BB sends Chaldea a live video feed from her infamous BB channel.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on, let me see that. Wait, are you... I'm surprised I can even read this. Are you enjoying this, is what it says, I think. Yeah, are you enjoying this? I'm surprised I can even read that. Okay, but...
She tells Chaldea to look
yeah,
for
the
SE.RA.PH
BB channel
2030,
of BB
revealing that the
News?
oil rig has
Okay.
become a singularity.
Yo, I see if
There's a
she...
genuine
Bro,
fear
got her
that the
own
crew of
channel,
SE.RA.PH
no?
will all die once the rig plummets too deep into the trench, so Ritsuka is prepared to ray shift. Normally, one cannot simply ray shift into the future, but since BB is contacting them from the future, she can serve as a pathway of sorts. Ritsuka set off for the singularity, bringing along 3 servants, Nero, Emiya, and Tamamo no Mae.
Oh,
These happen to be the
Emiya,
3
okay.
servants you can choose between in the
Now
original Fate Extra.
hacking.
We get our first instance of BB being a complete troll, in that she forbids us from bringing along a team of servants. As punishment, she not only sends them all to different locations, but she also somehow winds up swapping them out for different servants. Instead of Nero, Gawain shows up. Instead of Emiya, we get Emiya Alter. And instead of Tamamo,
Oh,
we get
okay.
Tamamo
Oh, no,
Cat.
not the Emiya. I know,
Her
I
actions
guess.
seem
Okay.
questionable, but this entire time, BB truly is on our side. Again, she's just being forced to run the Grail War by Kiara's command, and her strange behavior shows in moments when she's secretly trying to defy Kiara. For one, without a third party like Chaldea intervening in the first place, nobody could truly end this damn Grail War, since the poor Master Corpses will just be forced to summon more and more servants each time. Speaking of those masters, it's actually pretty significant that Emiya Alter was summoned. He may be quite mysterious, but we can see that he's definitely devoted to defeating evil. His main goal in being here is to free the Master Candidates from their torment. We still don't know much of his backstory, what made him Emiya Alter, but we learn in the singularity that on his own initial timeline,
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing, okay. Yeah, just seeing, like, yeah, that yellow around him, okay. Around his body, right? His skin. Yeah, I definitely remember him. Okay. I mean, yeah, I could kind of remember, but seeing that, yeah.
When Ritsuka arrives in SE.R.A.P.H., they are alone and defenseless. Taking advantage of this, we are attacked by the Saber servant Suzuka Gozen. In legend, Suzuka is
Saber,
the princess
okay.
of a heavenly demon king, sent to Earth to make Japan into an evil country. Instead, Suzuka fell in love with the swordsman Sakanoe no Tamuramaro and joined him in slaying Oni. After years of teamwork, however, she was betrayed by her lover, struck down without explanation. As a heroic spirit, she pursues a master she can love with all of her heart, and does so by adopting a Joshi Kosei persona, that of a youthful Japanese high schooler. In this Grail War, Suzuka never got to meet her master, but she fights for their sake, respecting the fact that they called out to her and trusted her with their dying wish. I feel bad since she's so loyal and cute, but right now she's trying to kill us. Thankfully, we're saved when Meltrolis shows up and becomes one of Ritsuka's servants. While Suzuka has the upper hand, she flees in fear of Melt's life-draining nectar. As if all of this wasn't confusing enough, I'm about to reveal that there's time travel involved with this whole singularity.
Time travel, okay.
Turns out, even though we appear to be meeting Meltrolis for the first
same
time,
faces,
this is
beat.
technically our second
okay.
go-through
I
of the
really
Grail
couldn't
War.
tell.
Bear with me. Originally, Ritsuka arrived in SE.R.A.P.H. and found Meltrolis taking shelter in a chapel.
Because, yeah,
There they
the
became
way how she was
allies,
posed,
and
yeah,
Melt
I
was so
couldn't
happy to
tell.
finally have someone to accept her, to hold her hand without being afraid. We fought together, and even made it to the final battle with Kiara, but ultimately lost. Problem was, even though Melt and Lip had both rebelled against Kiara, they were still bound by her essence, her karmaphage, which prevented them from truly defeating Kiara. Instead, Kiara murdered Ritsuka like it was nothing, and clipped Melt's wings by breaking her hands. Things seemed hopeless, but then Melt was all, "You should have gone for the legs," and teams up with Passion Lip to pull off something amazing.
She got him, but
SE.R.A.P.H. sinks to
yeah,
the bottom
not
of the
really
ocean,
though, right?
Traveling upwards in the singularity winds up reversing time. Melt and Lip have a joint noble phantasm called Virgin Laser Palladion, based off the legend of Athena's spear. It involves Lip protecting and launching Melt like a projectile. While they couldn't defeat Kiara, nothing was stopping them from launching Melt up into the air at such a tremendous speed that she wound up traveling back to when Ritsuka first appeared. With the knowledge that they first need to free themselves of Kiara's control before confronting her, Melt plans on saving Ritsuka and making up for their past mistake. Paradoxically, this meant that they were now 2 Meltrolises at the same time. To prevent Kiara from noticing this, Melt visited her past self at the chapel and explained her predicament. Past Melt declared that even though the future Melt was wounded, she was more valuable to Ritsuka, and for the greater good, past Melt committed suicide, entrusting future Melt to finally put an end to Kiara. So yeah, the Meltrolis that just saved us from Suzuka is already gone through this entire ordeal before. And while she won't say so, she deeply cares for and wants to protect us. We're safe for now, but we can't linger. Meltrolis explains
okay,
that
so wait, let me
we came
see.
here to stop the oil rig from sinking.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just stop it right here, yeah, before he continues on with that. So yeah, I actually went a little bit past 15, but yeah, like I said, yeah, just cause yeah, I really don't have too much time today. Yeah, I'm just gonna do these 15 minutes right of this, and I'll just do the other 15. Well, actually, it's 13. Yeah, 13 now left. Cause yeah, I do got basically edited Attack on Titan after this too, right? So yeah, that'll take us some time. And then after that, just do what I gotta do. Um, but yeah, so far, yeah, enjoying this story, right? Yeah, learned some about Fate Extra, right? CCC, yeah, CCC. Cause yeah, I definitely wanted to look at this as well, like the animated version, cause I think there is one, right? And then some other, I think there's spin-offs of like yeah, Fate and all, but yeah, I think yeah, there's some others I gotta look at. But basically, yeah, I just wanted to look at this one, right? Cause yeah, it interested me, and yeah, I get to learn about the Fate Extra, right? And Meltrelist right here, cause yeah, I do remember, um, seeing her right from before. And actually, now that I think about it, I was, I was thinking the whole time, like, where did I hear BB from before? So basically, I think yeah, it's gotta be a request because someone sent me a request, and I think it was like BB, and I forgot the other two, but it was like a character type of lore video, right? And it had BB in it. So I think I might. Well, yeah, if that one gets the most voted, because I'm not gonna do the second most voted this time, unless it's something that I might need to like yeah look at. But yeah, I'm not gonna try and do that this time. I just yeah do the poll right and then do whatever next Friday, and then Friday after that I just do another poll, right? Instead of doing like the second most voted. But yeah, I remember yeah BB, yeah, someone wanted me to look at the lore of her and like two others, right? And look at that story. But yeah, definitely got to see some new characters here. So yeah, and see this new game too, because yeah, I've never seen this before, right? Um, and I don't know, I might have to look at that lore. Yeah, extra CCC too, right? Um, as well. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'll just end it off here. So yeah, I only got 13 minutes left. So yeah, I just finished that off next time, right? So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, just didn't have too much time today. But yeah, hope you guys still to enjoy though. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.